guys have ever gone swimming? Can you guys hold your breath underwater for a little bit?
Yes, ma'am.
So you can last a couple of minutes. Now, could you last 10 minutes?
No.
Probably not. So, yeah, so air is really important. So some of the things we're going to talk about in the apprenticeship is A, what makes air so important for us? What's it made out of? What's it do? So air is really important because we need it to breathe. And if it's dirty outside, if you have dirty air, what's that going to do to you? It's going to infect your lungs. How many of you guys know somebody or yourself has asthma or any kind of health breathing issue? And it gets worse in the summertime, right? Do you guys ever wonder why?
Because the sun's hot and then like the oxygen happens like it's hot and like it's hard to breathe.
It definitely has something to do with heat, so that's why it happens in the summertime. Well, so in this apprenticeship, we're going to learn why. We're going to do all these experiments. Yeah.
Because the hotness dries up the mud and the dirt gets all over and makes the air empty.
That's a good possibility. But it actually has to do with gases in the air, things you can't see. And air, you can't see it, but we've got these little demonstrations to show that it's there. So I have a lung capacity kit, which measures how many cups of air your lungs can hold. And so during this apprenticeship, we're actually going to do an experiment where we'll measure different factors, like how tall you are, or how old you are, or if you've done activity like jumping up and down, and see how many cups of air your lungs can hold. The very first day, we're just going to talk about properties of air. So I have this handy-dandy demonstration that I'll pass out. I just need you to do me a favor. I only have one of these, so just be gentle with it. And just practice pulling the plastic bag out of the peanut butter jar. It doesn't seem like it'd be hard. Just gently do it. And then the last thing I have is I have this bowl of green water. It's water with food coloring. And I have some paper. I want to put the paper in the water without getting it wet. And I have some cups. So you guys can practice using a property of air to get the paper into the bucket of water. Also in the apprenticeship, before I forget, because we've run out of time the last couple of times, because I get so excited about the lung capacity thing, is we're going to do all sorts of experiments on properties of air. We're going to talk about what's in the air. We're hopefully going to do some stuff with combustion. So when you burn things, that releases what into the air? Smoke. And smoke is actually made up of little particles.
Pollution.
It can yes, it can let pollution in there. And the EPA, what we do at the EPA is we study all that stuff. So we're hopefully going to set some candles on fire and measure that if everything goes right. So what we're going to do is we're going to have small groups of you come up and do the lung capacity, and you're going to measure how many cups of air you can breathe. And this is how it works. Each person will take a straw. Guys, clean straws. You put a pointy end into the tube, and you take a deep breath, and then blow into the tube. Do not suck on the tube like it's a straw, or you will get a mouthful of dirty water. Not good. Does that make sense? And then we're just going to measure how many cups of air you have. So let's start with these kids and these two tables. Why don't you come up, line